Good evening, YouTube. This is Chris Green with Outdoor Power Tech again. I apologize for it taking so long to get some videos up. Should have some coming up in the near future. If you've seen any of my previous videos, you know that we had my wife's father passed away in January, and we've been taking care of her mother in the state for the past 5-6 months. And of course, summer is my busiest time of year. Servicing commercial mowers. Had a really busy year this year during the summer, and more than I've had in the previous years. So that's another reason why I haven't had any videos uploaded. Taking care of the family and working on my company. And another thing is I went to Briggs Stratton School online and took my Master Service Technician exams and passed and got my certificate, so that's something else I've been working on. But I do sincerely apologize for everything, and this video is just going to be a kind of update video, show you some things that's going on in the shop, things that I'm gearing up for, gearing towards. I started this business 5 years ago, and so I could be at home more with the kids. And I was working probably about 45 minutes from the house. I worked at that company for about 15 years and just never was around. But I've been taking this business one step at a time and putting money in it as it grows. Didn't want to just start the business off and throw $10,000-$20,000 into the business and then it flopped. So I've been taking it one step at a time. Here I am 5 years in, and this past summer business was booming. I'll give you an update of what's going on in the shop. And first thing is I've put stainless steel sheeting on my workbench. Add another little workbench there for my little press. I inherited this cabinet right here to put parts in. See if I can make sure I got my push rods. I'm kind of low on stock right now because I had such a busy summer. But here's where I keep all of my diaphragms for. Pretty standard 2-cycle stuff that comes in. Getting low on that. I buy them 100 at a time. Let's see here. Yeah, there's the gaskets that you go under the diaphragms. Keep those in stock. Like I said, I'm getting a little low on that stuff, but yeah. Let's see here. Upgrade my stereo to a Yamaha. Got my speakers in the ceiling. Let's see if I can show y'all. Y'all don't really care about that, but got my speakers up there. Got Pioneer 3-way speakers. Y'all have seen all this stuff. Got my parts washer, toolbox. That's a cabinet that I inherited from my papa when he passed away. I keep bearings and oil seals and stuff like that in stock up here. I usually just throw all my oil seals up here. A couple boxes of bearings, stuff for rebuilding. Got my Honer in there. I gotta get another one of these. It's starting to get messed up. That's where you can put it on your piston rings and it holds them tight so you can pop it down into your cylinder. That's where I keep a bunch of my literature at. Then I also inherited this, and it was useful mail, and I took the door off of it and used it to keep parts in. Stuff that I use quickly, stuff that I'm going through on a regular basis every day, air filters and stuff. But this is another cabinet that I inherited, and I keep, let's see here what all we got here. Keep all my used coils in here. I only keep coils that are in great shape, that I know works. And of course, I never put one of these on a customer's unit and tell them that I installed a new coil. Most of these are older coils, and I'll put them on units where customers want me to go through an old motor and try to keep costs down. But like you can see, this one, that's in really good shape. Let's see here. Valve cover, gaskets in that one. And here's where I keep my head gaskets, run low on those. I've done probably about 10 full motor rebuilds this summertime, mainly V-twins. This is where I keep odd and end Briggs & Stratton gaskets at. Your standard gaskets for this type of carburetor. I keep a lot of those in stock. I probably have a couple hundred here. Let's see here. These gaskets that go between your carburetor and your air box. Go through those a good bit. And I rebuild a lot of 5 horsepower Briggs & Stratton motors, older ones, and I keep diaphragms in stock for those. So, let's see here. Odd and end 2-cycle carburetors, chainsaw, the bells and clutches. Keep those in stock. They're pretty expensive, and a lot of times I get people will leave me chainsaws that stop running, or they bought it brand new and let it sit for a year and not use it, and they bring it here for me to scrap out. And of course you can see that that's brand new. I keep stuff like that. Let's see here. And then stuff left over from kits that I've bought for rebuilding motors. I save everything because you never know when you can use it. But parts off the chainsaws that have been scrapped out, keep these in stock. Gas caps, keep those used ones in stock, and new ones. Let's see here. On and 4-wheeler, just stuff. Stators, I keep those in stock used when I tear apart a motor. Just odd and end stuff that can save the customer money. Because I mean, a person that's coming in here and they're more's not charging, they're not wanting to spend $60-70 on a stator. Some of them can run that high. Let me get back here. That's where I keep my spray paint, and that's another thing that I had inherited, that I'm going to be filling with bolts and screws and organizing everything. All these are piston rings for all older model Briggs & Stratton motors. Here's where I keep odd and end carburetors for Briggs, Kohlers. When I tear apart a motor and scrap it out, I take these carburetors completely apart and put them in a chemical dip, and then clean them up and put them in here just to have for a backup. You never know. More paint, some more stuff down there. Air compressor, my welder. Put this little shelving up here. It really isn't nothing fancy at all, but this is where I keep my spark plugs in stock for my commercial mowers and chainsaws. Let's see here, weed eaters. I keep these spark plugs in stock for older K style, K series Kohlers. These older spark plugs. I'll put that back in the case here in a minute. Your standard Briggs & Stratton spark plugs for mowers. Let's see here. What else have we got? Got me a band sander. Cabinet to keep it organized. My grinder. All of this that I'm about to show you, all that area back there was always filled completely up. I only had half of my shop to work out of, and I always wanted to clear out my third bay to make more room. And just like I said, I've been doing it one step at a time, depending on where my business was. I didn't want to just go full blown and then company flop and I have money, a lot of money lost. But I cut this door out right here, fixing to frame it up, and cut this out into my third bay. I'm gonna frame this. Used to be a door here. I'm gonna frame it up and run electricity out here. And I'm about to have industrial shelves put in here for all my parts that I'm going to start keeping in stock. This building didn't have a electrical box out here, so I ran my main into here and put it on. I have a shut off there and a breaker box for. I have all my lights on one breaker and my receptacles on a breaker. But yeah, that's what's going on, and I'm wanting to start putting out more videos. Just I've been having a lot of stuff going on. Y'all might recognize that motor. That's that 5 horsepower Briggs & Stratton that I rebuilt, and uploaded a full rebuild on it. It's a couple videos, I think 5 or 6. And the guy took it to a tractor show, and he makes those little carts that go behind there. Turn these things into where you can just ride behind them, kind of for fun. But you can put plows on the front of them. You can put a bunch of things on. That's what they were built for. And but he turns them into this, the ride around tractor shows. But he had me after the tractor show. He had me come, not after tractor show. It's been a couple of months since then. But he had me come pick it up because he said it was leaking just a little bit of oil somewhere. There it is. There's just a little bit on there. And I think it's leaking around this gasket right here. That's the only place it could be leaking. But I'm going to be putting another gasket on there. And I'll probably putting gasket sealant on it. Briggs & Stratton doesn't require you to, per manual, to put the sealant on there. But I'm going to go back with it so it doesn't leak. There's a commercial mower that I just got done doing a full service on. It's winding down. I was doing probably about 7 or 8 commercial mowers a week, on top of push mowers, doing about 10 of those a week. So I stay really busy. It's 4-wheeler season coming in my area, hunting season. People's bringing me their 4-wheelers to tune up. I've did probably about 10 4-wheelers the past month and a half. This guy brought me this one. It won't stay running unless it's on choke. I'm going to go through the carbon, clean the main jets and everything, and get it up and running. And that's about it. That's another little table I made just to do when I do full motor rebuilds. I can put stuff on it. It has a tray that can pull out. And this is a V-twin I'm doing a full motor rebuild on. The guy brought it to me, said he bought it from his father-in-law, and it would run for about 3 minutes and then start smoking real bad and just blowing smoke and then cut off. And after you let it sit for a day and crank it back up, blow smoke for a second, run great, then cut right back off again. And he brought it in for a full motor rebuild, and I ordered all the parts per what the model and type was on here, and when the parts came in, they all fit fine, but I started having the issue with it doing the same thing again. So I called the guy and asked him if he didn't bring the cover for the air filter cover for it, because something just wasn't right. And so these numbers right here end up being like a 20 horsepower, I believe it was, Briggs & Stratton V-twin. And he brought me the air cover. I just wanted to figure out, and it had 21 horsepower on it. So I'm like, well, that's not adding up, because I rebuild these all the time. And so I asked him, I said, didn't you say you had the manual from your father-in-law for when he bought this? And he's like, yeah, I'll bring it to you. So he did. Even had the paperwork from Lowe's, 24 horsepower. So I called him back. When he brought me this, he showed me all this stuff, and I was like, has this thing been in the shop before? And he said, yeah, my father-in-law had it in the shop. And I said, I think the guys put the wrong valve cover and air filter cover on this thing. And I told him, so it's going to be impossible for me to figure out what pistons go in here based on the information I have for this motor. And but I was luckily, with the evidence that I did have, I was able to narrow it down to it is a 24 horsepower. So I'm gonna get all the parts ordered on that again, rebuild it again. But yeah, and this is where my PC is. It's wireless internet from the house. I look up all my parts and everything on it. And let's see here, got me a camera stand so I can start doing some more videos. Be able to set my camera up where get some good shots. I'll hopefully get another camera. I still have this camera that cuts off all the time. Like I said, we just had a lot going on, father-in-law passing away, and just busy summer, and kids right when they got back to school, they were sick for about 4 or 5 weeks. It was awful here where we live at, sickness that was going around. But yeah, in this winter time, I'm gonna put new doors in. I'm probably going to put a new door up there, and then I'm going to close this door in and put just a standard door in it, and I'm going to frame up outside and build an office there. So that's my plans. Like I said, I'm taking this one step at a time. But yeah, I just wanted to catch up with y'all. I see I have a few new subscribers. I didn't think anybody would really watch my videos, but that's my plans. Like I said, we've been working on the family education, getting certified through Briggs, and just taking care of a bunch of stuff. But yeah, I'm wanting to start doing a lot more videos for y'all. It ain't gonna be no high quality videos, you know, with all these effects and everything like that. I want to be like down to earth, home feeling in my shop when I do videos for y'all, and y'all can watch, and it'll be at a slow pace that you can learn. Not that I know everything, because I don't know everything, but we can do it together, and hopefully y'all can enjoy my videos again. And yeah, that's it. Just keep me and my family in your prayers, and hopefully I'll be getting a video out to y'all soon. And I hope y'all have a blessed day, and until next time, take care.